Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Whoa, wait there. Let's get safe. Hi, I'm Dom Rees, and the aim of this podcast is to give you the basic understanding to be able to start climbing. Firstly, if you're unsure about anything in this podcast, check with someone who knows what they're doing, preferably someone who holds either the Climbing Wall Award or the Single Pitch Award, or comment below before you start to climb. Also, it's important to know your equipment and the parts that I'll refer to in this podcast. If you're unsure of anything, then ask. As my mum always said, better safe than sorry. Clothing should be safe, with no snags or pulls. Remember, practicality over style. Perhaps this is more appropriate with a t-shirt and some shorts, or some loose-fitting pyjama trousers, and thick cotton trousers to protect you against the wall, or maybe even a fleece to keep you warm while you're climbing. So, why warm up? It's both physical and mental preparation. For the physical side, it raises your heart rate and increases blood flow, which increases oxygen to be delivered to the muscles. And also mental, it just gets you in the mood for climbing. So, let's start with the physical. Well, my heart rate's going. Now let's do some real climbing warm-ups. So, by doing these types of warm-ups, not only are you warming up the muscle groups that you're going to use, but you're also getting a feel for the rock. This is particularly important outside, where you may be on new or different types of rock. And also, by going both ways across the wall, you're warming up both sides of your body. When you are climbing, it's important to protect your head with something like a helmet. It's important to get the right size, and most good climbing shops will tell you how to get this. But once it's on, your chin strap's done up, it should be a nice snug fit and shouldn't move around too much. It doesn't matter if your helmet's new or old. As long as it's got no big cracks or dents in it, it will still protect your head in a very important way. As with the helmet, it's important to make sure that your harness fits properly too. And again, a good climbing shop will be able to help you with this. But it should be comfortable to wear and secure around your waist. It's important to check your harness every time you wear it for cosmetic damages, such as frays or cuts, shoes. It's important to be wearing the correct pair of footwear, and either a good pair of climbing shoes with a solid rubber sole for extra grip, or a good tight-fitting pair of trainers. The only other thing we need to climb is rope. As with everything else, size is important. You need to know the length of your rope, as it's embarrassing and dangerous to run out of rope on a climb. Also, the girth of the rope is important. You need to know this because different belay plates will support different girths of rope. To check your rope for cuts and frays, the easiest way is to run it through your hands. You want to do this from start to finish of the rope to make sure it's all in good order. We're at the bottom of the wall and about to get climbing. The last thing we need to do is tie in. The figure of 8 is the most commonly used knot, and this is what I'm going to show you now. Measure out the rope by stretching it from our hand to the opposite nipple. Make a bight and twist this twice. Then feed the remaining rope back through the bight and pull tight. There you have your figure of 8. Feed the rope up through the belay loops, making sure that you get both of them. Pull the knot to the bottom and then feed the end of the rope back along the figure of 8, making sure at all times that it follows the route that the original rope took. As is shown by the white tape, there are 2 layers of rope at each point on this knot. This will show you that you've done it correctly. Wrap the tail of the rope around the back of the leading end twice, and then tuck this back up through the loops that you've just made. Pull this tight to finish off the stopper and complete the knot. You are now ready to climb. Finally, a few things to think about. It's important to keep your energy levels up and keep hydrated. You can do this by snacking on things like nuts and have a bottle of water with you. Remember to avoid overtraining or training when ill. Training can always wait for another day. If you're climbing outside, it's important to know what the weather's like and be prepared for it. Make sure you tell a friend where you're going and what time you're expected to be back. Most importantly, enjoy climbing and stay safe. Know your limits.